All right, let's dive into a really incredible story for you today. We're going to trace a line that starts on the bustling streets of Karachi, Pakistan, and stretches all the way to the absolute heart of the global AI revolution. It's a story about one person, one innovator, who is completely changing how developers all over the world write code. So that's the big question, right? How does a young man from Karachi manage to change the entire world of coding? But, this is about more than just technology. It's really a story about vision, about persistence, and it's proof that game-changing ideas can truly come from anywhere. We're going to unpack exactly how Sualeh Asif made this happen. Okay, so every great journey has a starting point. And for Sualeh Asif, that point was Karachi. This is where it all began, where his curiosity was first sparked, and where the real foundation for his future was built, long before he ever hit the global tech scene. You can kind of see a clear path starting to form here. I mean, this wasn't some sudden leap into innovation. It all started with a childhood fascination with computers. And that grew into this drive to not just use things, but to really fundamentally understand them and make them better. So by the time he got to university, yeah, his focus was on AI, but with a super important twist. He was all about solving real-world problems, not just getting lost in theory. So with this really practical mindset, Soleil jumps into the world of programming. And, like all the great innovators, he didn't just see the tools in front of him, he saw the problems. He zeroed in on a huge challenge that basically every single developer everywhere faces every single day. And this is it. It's such a simple statement, but wow. For anyone who's ever tried to write a line of code, this is a profound truth. The whole process of creating software, it isn't smooth. It feels like a constant battle against errors, against things that are inefficient, against all these complexities that just slow you down. Let's actually break down what that friction means. We're talking about those constant nagging errors that just pop up, that workflow that feels like you're trying to walk through mud, the hours, sometimes even days, spent hunting down one single tiny bug. And maybe the biggest one of all, that monumental task of trying to understand a massive, complex piece of code that someone else wrote. I mean, these aren't just little annoyances, they're huge roadblocks to being productive and creative.
But here's the thing, Suwali didn't see all these frustrations as just, part of the job. He saw them as a problem that was basically just waiting for the right AI-powered solution. And that conviction is what led him to co-found the company Anysphere and build a tool designed to just eliminate that friction for good.
And here it is, Cursor. Now, this is not just another text editor for programmers. You've got to think of it more like an intelligent co-pilot. Its whole purpose is to work right alongside a developer, making the entire process of writing, understanding, and yes, fixing code faster and way more intuitive than it has ever been before. So the power of Cursor really comes down to three main things. First, it helps you write code, acting as this super intelligent assistant. Second, it helps you understand code, making sense of those ridiculously complex projects we were just talking about. And third, it helps you fix code, rapidly finding and getting rid of those frustrating bugs. It's a direct solution to every single one of those pain points we just listed. Look, having a great idea is one thing, but turning that idea into a global phenomenon, that is a whole other level of challenge. But Sualeh and his team built something so useful, so effective, that the world simply could not ignore it. And it wasn't just a small ripple either. It was a wave. Developers, tech investors, the entire AI community, they all started to see the power of what was being built here. A solution to a truly universal problem, born out of an idea in Karachi, was now right there on the international stage. This one word pretty much says it all. The company, Anysphere, achieved a multi-million-dollar valuation. And look, this isn't just about financial success. It's this powerful stamp of approval from the global tech community that they had built something genuinely revolutionary. It was a huge moment of pride, not just for the team, but for all of Pakistan. But the story doesn't end with a successful product, not at all. The most important part is actually the philosophy behind it all, and the powerful message that Sualeh's journey sends to the next generation of innovators out there. And this really gets to the core of what Sualeh believes. We're so often told that success requires resources, the right background, the right connections. But Sualeh's journey points to a totally different formula, one where the things that are truly essential are your mindset and your consistency. And here's that whole philosophy in his own words. This is really the ultimate takeaway from his journey. It's this incredibly powerful statement.
that your starting point does not define your destination. If you have the dedication and a clear direction, you really can win the world, no matter where you start from.
So, Sualeh Asif's story is this amazing blueprint. It's proof that talent and vision can overcome any barrier people think exists. And it leaves us with a really exciting question. If one person can start an AI revolution from Karachi, what's next? And who's going to be the one to build it?